talk a lot about sealioning and people coming and being disingenuous when they're speaking to me. Many times on other social medias, I will block somebody and they get upset about it rather than reflecting on it. And so apparently this happened on TikTok. And today I had to block the same person who apparently was engaging with me. Now, this is a brown man who is supposed to be my ally in Palestine, but clearly doesn't understand Indigenous issues here and doesn't care to learn enough. So he keeps sending me these videos that I already have blocked because they're from folks who already are sharing misinformation. And I am shocked at how many people will share misinformation but refuse to share my podcast or some of my videos and that. It's interesting. So I just started engaging on Wednesday. That last one sure was a bunch of lies bought and paid for by Trump. And he said, "Oh, I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. I guess I'll have to see if there's anything else online about it," which I know was covered in my podcast. He just didn't like the answer because people have different ideas of what they want from a native, right? Sends me another one from a different content creator I had already had blocked. Misinfo. Plus, I have a podcast. I hope you consider listening to it. Maybe you prefer men for a reason, because each one of them were males that were spreading misinformation. And he goes, "I've been listening to your podcast for 20 to 30 minutes every other day. What are you talking about?" If that were even slightly true, he would never have sent me these because he knows I'm not even in that realm of believing that misinformation. So he's already coming in disingenuously. Let's assume you're here in good faith, because if that was true, why did you send me that video? What do you think is in that video that I need to hear that you believe is true? Because that man you see is native, so from your community. Let's stop there. That is a person who is pan-indigenizing us. You know, if I said all Europeans, I'd have people from France mad at me, Spain, and that's what we are here in Canada. We're not one group of people. We are a huge amount of people. We have 634 nations alone. That's not including Métis or Inuit. And he's already, pan-indigenizing us. So he doesn't know anything about Indigenous issues. So even if he was listening to me, he's not understanding the content at all. And he's certainly not in my book club, certainly not part of the Reconciliation Action Group. So he's like, "Well, this person has facial features of a native and speaks like one. Does that answer your question?" I'm like, "Not even close." Just like the other time I asked you about the other video. Quit sending me content without explanation on why you're sending it to me, or maybe I'm just not the content for you. Another strong boundary. I didn't even know that this was the same person I had given a strong boundary to on Facebook. And he says, you realize I don't have to explain everything to you because I'm doing it for the sake of humanity. Well, mister, if you were doing it for the sake of humanity, why are you very specific about which humanity you're willing to go to bat for? Because it sure ain't this Indigenous woman who has shown up to Palestinian rallies. Not because I'm supposed to explain everything to someone. Why would you send something to someone if you honestly believe in the bullshit you're sending? Like you're my boss or you own me or something. This is like, I gave a strong boundary. I am not the content for you. And he is not listening. And this clearly was the second time, because he goes on to say, if you're so concerned or genuine, why did you stop talking to me on Facebook? Probably for the same fucking reason. So quit harassing Indigenous women. This is from my community here in Calgary. He probably lives a stone throw away from me, but my community doesn't protect me. That's not how it works around here. They will share misinformation about some Sikh or East Indian out in Saskatchewan that their band's already dealt with, but they won't send or share my stuff and protect me as an Indigenous woman. Literally minutes I sent, I don't even know what he's talking about, so I just said bye, and that was that. So I'm sharing this because I think it's really important for folks to understand how if you don't understand Indigenous people, and if you're not coming in an authentic way, don't bother. What is the point of this? We've had quite a few deaths this week in Calgary alone, including a Palestinian activist. Like, I cannot believe that people engage with other people in this way. This is not trauma informed. That's why I very rarely engage with anyone who hasn't read the TRC, who hasn't read the National Inquiry, who hasn't read any anti-racism books. I always recommend the ones from Robert DiAngelo for this reason. So, with the deepest respect to folks, like, you're not here in good faith. You're not listening to the podcast. You're not, amplifying Indigenous women. So, I see some of the things people reshare. If you're only sharing men, then why are you following me? Please just unfollow me, because I don't want to engage with people like that. And if you cannot be kind, and especially in messages, like, don't bother. I'm so tired of 400 years of gaslighting and violence against Indigenous women, but it's just so normalized here, and nobody protects folks like myself. No one.